The scream pierced through the elegant cafe like a knife through silk, followed by the sickening crash of shattering glass. Every head in the restaurant turned toward the man stumbling backward, his designer sunglasses askew, white cane clattering across the marble floor as scalding coffee soaked through his expensive shirt. But what froze the blood in everyone's veins wasn't the accident itself. It was the woman's voice, dripping with disgust. "Oh my God, you can't even see where you're going. This date is over. I'm not babysitting a blind man for the rest of my life." Marcus Wellington hadn't flinched at her words. He'd heard worse in the past 3 months. The 34-year-old tech billionaire had built an empire worth $7 billion, revolutionized artificial intelligence, and graced the covers of Forbes and Time. Yet here he stood, coffee-stained and trembling, playing the most dangerous game of his life, pretending to be blind to discover if anyone could love the man behind the money. His best friend and attorney, David, had planted the idea 6 months ago during Marcus's lowest moment. "You're dying, Marcus," David had said bluntly, referring to the loneliness eating away at his friend despite the penthouses, private jets, and endless parade of beautiful women who saw only dollar signs. "You need to know someone wants you, not your bank account. Go underground. Be vulnerable. See who shows up." The plan was elaborate. Marcus learned to use a white cane, took mobility training, wore special contact lenses that gave his eyes the unfocused appearance of blindness. He created a modest online dating profile, Marcus Wells, a middle school music teacher who'd lost his sight in an accident 3 years ago. The responses had been overwhelming at first, until the dates began. 27 dates, 27 disasters. Women who ordered the most expensive items on the menu then made excuses to leave. Women who spent the entire evening on their phones. Women who, like today's date, Veronica, a pharmaceutical sales rep, recoiled at the first sign of his disability becoming inconvenient. Marcus bent down, his trained fingers searching for the cane while cafe staff rushed over with apologies and towels. This was it. He was done. The experiment had proven what he'd feared most. Genuine connection was a fairy tale, and kindness was a commodity as rare as his wealth. "Here, let me help you." The voice was soft, tinged with a slight Southern accent and something else, genuine concern without pity. Marcus felt gentle hands guide his fingers to the cane, then a warm presence beside him. "I'm so sorry about what just happened," the voice continued. That woman should be ashamed of herself. "Are you burned? That coffee looked hot." Marcus's pulse quickened. This wasn't part of any date. He didn't know this voice. I'm okay," he managed, maintaining his character. "Just embarrassed." "Don't be. You have nothing to be embarrassed about." She does. There was steel beneath the kindness now. "I'm Sophie, by the way. Sophie Rodriguez. Let me help you get cleaned up and maybe we can get you a fresh shirt. I actually run a small thrift store 2 blocks from here. I know that sounds weird, but I have some really nice men's shirts. Still have tags on them. Donations from department stores." For the first time in months, Marcus felt something crack in his chest. "I don't want to impose—" "You're not. My daughter, she's 7. She's with my mom this afternoon. And honestly, I could use a walk. Clear my head before I go back to inventory. Please, let me do this." 10 minutes later, Marcus found himself walking down a tree-lined street he'd probably driven past 1,000 times but never really seen. Sophie kept up a comfortable stream of conversation, warning him about curbs and uneven pavement, describing the neighborhood in vivid detail. "There's a mural on your left, 3 stories tall, all these bright birds taking flight. The artist is a teenager from the community center. And oh, the bakery on the corner? Mrs. Chen makes these incredible egg tarts. She always gives my daughter Emma the ones that didn't turn out perfectly. Says they taste the same." "You said you have a daughter?" Marcus asked, genuinely curious. Sophie's laugh was warm but tinged with weariness. "Yeah, Emma. She's the light of my life. Her dad left when I was 6 months pregnant. Said he didn't sign up for parenthood. Some days are hard, juggling the store and being a single mom, but I wouldn't trade it for anything." They reached a small storefront with a hand-painted sign, "Second Chances Thrift." The shop was modest, but immaculately organized, with clothing arranged by color and type. Sophie guided him to a chair. "Okay, let's see. You look like maybe a large? Wait here. Marcus heard her moving through racks, muttering to herself. Too casual? No, that's got a stain. Ah, perfect. She returned with what felt like quality cotton. It's a Ralph Lauren, actually, baby blue. Would probably look great with your dark hair. There's a bathroom in the back, second door on your right. Marcus took the shirt, his mind racing. This woman had no idea who he was. She'd stopped her day to help a stranger, brought him to her store, and was now giving him clothing worth at least $80 without asking for anything in return. How much? He asked. Oh, please. It's on me. Consider it an apology on behalf of decent human beings. Everywhere for that awful woman. In the bathroom, Marcus removed his contact lenses for a moment, staring at his real reflection. His hand trembled as he buttoned the new shirt. When had someone last done something for him without knowing his net worth? He replaced the lenses and returned to find Sophie boxing up what looked like a dozen egg tarts. I swung by Mrs. Chen's, couldn't help myself. Want to sit in the back room and have one? I have coffee too. I promise not to spill it on you. They sat on mismatched chairs in her tiny office, surrounded by donation boxes and inventory lists. Sophie told him about Emma's obsession with astronomy, about building the thrift store from nothing after her ex left, about the community programs she funded by keeping prices low and giving away clothes to families in need. Why? Marcus asked finally. Why help me? Why help all these people? You clearly don't have much to spare. Sophie was quiet for a moment. My grandmother used to say that wealth isn't about money. It's about what you do when no one's watching and nothing's in it for you. After Emma's dad left, I was homeless for 2 months. Lived in my car. A woman named Mrs. Patterson, she ran a shelter. She didn't just give me a bed. She saw me. Really saw me. Helped me get back on my feet. Never asked for anything back. She passed away 3 years ago. But I think about her every day. I guess I help people because someone helped me when I was invisible. Marcus felt tears threatening behind his specialized lenses. You're remarkable, he whispered. I'm really not. I'm just doing what people should do. Look, out for each other. Sophie checked her watch. I hate to rush, but I need to pick up Emma soon. Can I call you a rideshare? Do you need help getting home? Marcus stood, his decision crystallizing. Sophie, I need to tell you something. Can you sit down? Concern flashed across her face. Are you okay? Are you hurt? I'm fine. Better than fine. But I haven't been honest with you. His hands shook as he removed the contact lenses. My name is Marcus Wellington. I'm not a music teacher. I'm not blind. I'm a tech CEO who's been pretending to be blind for 3 months to find out if anyone could see past money to the actual person. And you, his voice cracked, you're the first person in 27 dates who treated me like a human being. Sophie stood abruptly, her face cycling through shock, confusion, and hurt. You lied to me? Yes, and I'm sorrier than you can possibly know. But Sophie, what you did today, stopping your life to help a stranger, giving me your time and kindness, that's worth more than anything money can buy. You didn't do it for recognition or reward. You did it because you're good. I need you to leave, she said quietly, tears in her eyes. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care about your social experiment. You made me think you needed help. I did need help, Marcus said desperately. Just not the kind you thought. I've been drowning in a world where everyone wants something from me, where kindness has a price tag. You showed me it doesn't have to be that way. Sophie walked to the door, holding it open. Goodbye, Mr. Wellington. Marcus left, his heart shattering. He'd finally found something real, and his deception had destroyed it. For 2 weeks, he couldn't stop thinking about her. Finally, David found him staring at nothing in his office. Go back, his friend said simply. Tell her the truth, all of it. Tell her why. Marcus returned to second chances on a rainy Tuesday afternoon. Sophie looked up from the register, her expression carefully neutral. I'm not here to excuse what I did, Marcus began. I'm here to thank you and to tell you why I was pretending. My mother died when I was 8. My father remarried within a year to a woman who made it very clear she loved his money, not him or me. I watched him die lonely and bitter, surrounded by people who celebrated his wallet, not his life. I swore I'd never end up like that. But 3 months before I met you, I realized I already had. So yes, I lied. But your kindness that day, it saved me. It reminded me that good people exist. You exist. Sophie's eyes glistened. You should have just told me afterward. I know. I was scared you'd think I was playing you or testing you. I'm sorry. I'm here now with the truth and a question. Would you let me take you and Emma to the planetarium? I understand if the answer is no. Sophie studied him for a long moment. Emma would love that. And maybe I would too. But Marcus? No more lies, ever. No more lies. I promise. 6 months later, Marcus stood in that same cafe where Veronica had humiliated him. But everything had changed. Sophie and Emma were at a corner table, Emma excitedly showing him her drawings of constellations. Sophie caught his eye and smiled, the smile that had become his North Star. He'd been looking for someone to love him despite his disability. Instead, he'd found someone who loved him despite his wealth. And in a 7-year-old girl who called him Mars and dreamed of stars, he'd found a family he never knew he needed. Sometimes being truly seen requires first being truly blind.